Shalom Israel. I'm Yadakar with the GMS Dallas camp. And first off, we always want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to our elders that rule well, and salutations to the brothers pushing this word out there in truth and sincerity. I guess the Spirit just been on me lately just to really just want to do a short lesson just on understanding, your part within the body, because just in general, just speaking to the nation of Israel as a whole, you got a lot of guys that's doing just out-of-pocket things, doing way too much, so to speak, instead of just sticking to what the Most High gave them, sticking to that portion and just going within their life, because everybody, is not capable of just being the leader, of a camp, or to have a certain rank that another brother may have. But the key thing is, in order for the body to flourish as a whole, every member, every brother, they got to understand the Most High, the position they in, and try to excel within that position to the best of their ability, and allow the Most High to glorify you in due time, if, whatever the case may be, if you're to grow. So the first scripture I want to get is 1 Corinthians chapter 12. You can start at verse 4.
1 Corinthians 12, verse 4. Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. And there are differences of administrations, but the same Most High.
That's right. Now the scriptures say there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. Meaning within this truth, man, different brothers going to have different positions and different responsibilities. But the thing that has us all together, the common denominator, so to speak, is the Spirit, which is the Word. That's what has us all into this thing. We know that the Word of the Most High is truth. And we all seeking salvation through faith, So understanding that, we within the whole body, in the context of the whole body, even though we trying to attain the same goal, different brothers gonna have different members. Like if you on a football team, even though members of the same football team, you all trying to win the game, everybody ain't gonna be the field goal kicker. Everybody's not gonna be the punter. Everybody's not gonna be the quarterback. Because it seems like that's the spirit of Israel. A lot of guys out in Israel, they want to be the quarterback, so to speak. When you need linemen, you need special teams,
Lineman, that's one of the most important positions on the football team.
That's right.
You don't see them being glamorized at all.
That's right.
It's a very tedious position to have, man, but it's necessary.
That's right.
You're not going to be the guy that has the highlight tape. Only people who know the position are going to know how good you are.
That's right.
That's not going to be a lot of people, man.
But if I can say this, brother, the linemen, they might not get all the hype that everyone else get, but they still make it to the Pro Bowl, don't they?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's still a position for you to make it to that top level, for you to be showcased with the rest of the guys, the quarterbacks and the running backs and wide receivers. So
that's right.
It's all right, man. Not everybody's going to be that QB.
That's right. And that's a beautiful point that the brother made. Just giving an example how like a lineman in that position that doesn't have all the glorification as like a quarterback, a lineman still gets to go to the Pro Bowl. In this truth, if you just excelling in the portion that the Most High gave you, in due time the Most High will glorify you before all. If you just really just hunker down and just settle in, hey, I'm just gonna strive to perfect the position that the Most High gave you within the truth, within a camp, then the Most High, He'll glorify you before all, He'll magnify you. Keep going,
And there are differences of administrations, but the same Most High. And there are diversities of operations, but it's the same power which work all in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit with all.
That's right. So it's different offices and administrations, but we all serving the same power, man. We all dealing with the same Spirit, man. Go ahead.
For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit. to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse kinds of tongues, to another the interpretation of tongues. But all that work that one and the same Spirit, dividing to every man severely as he will. For as the body is one and hath many members, and all the members of the one body, being many, are one body, so also is Mashiach. For by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body, whether we be Jews or Gentiles, whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one Spirit.
That's right. So you're going to have brothers with different gifts that the Most High bestowed upon them. You may have one brother who can teach. You may have another brother who's a good debater. You may have another brother who's just always has a cold precept to back up whatever a brother's bringing out. You may have another brother who goes into the Hebrew very well. Exactly. You may have another brother who's good with vocabulary. Know how to break down words.
You might have a brother who's good at all of it.
Exactly. And you might just have a brother, just a jack of all trades brother, who's just pretty much just good at all things. But within each of those members, man, the same Spirit is working for the greater good of the glorification of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because a lot of guys in Israel too, man, they want to try to just because another brother, the Most High gave him the understanding to be able to break down meat. You may only be able to deal with milk. And you trapping yourself up by trying to force the course of the Spirit. Because the Most High just didn't give you that Spirit.
Right.
But it's best if you just hunker down, pray to the Most High, and really examine and identify your lot, your part within the body, and strive to excel within that light through the Spirit, which is the Word.
Right. Another thing I want to bring out too, brother, is when they was talking about 13th verse was talking about whether it be bond or free, Jew or Gentiles, man. A lot of Jack out there is jealous of another person's not necessarily a lot, but their living situation too, man, which would induce them to try to act a certain way. You can't be like that, man. This brother making 100,000, you making 28, you making 22. So how he operates, you can't operate the way he operates, man.
That's a good point that you brought that up too. But the thing with that, the Most High, He knows each brother's spirit. So just because a brother may make a lot more money than the next brother, the Most High may recognize that, hey, he knows how to handle that particular situation better. He's more responsible. He's more charitable and equitable. As for you even though, like, if the Most High put you in that position, you may just be an asshole and just just spin everything up.
You might be a nigger with it.
It's just a nigger with it. That's right. You may be stingy.
That's all
You just may be just rash and just doing things that you ought not do just because you got it.
Or you might fall out because.
Or you may fall out because the scriptures do say that for the love of money is the root of all evil, and when with that money come all types of different snares and temptations, man. Well, another brother spirit, the Lord recognized, if I just give him this blessing, he gonna truly use it what it's for, as a defense. And he's just gonna use it, to take care of brothers.
I got
that's an excellent point, brother.
This is Proverbs 30, and I started 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me.
That's right.
For me.
Food that's convenient for me, meaning your daily bread.
That's right. Convenient for you, man.
Because
that's right.
Jake, we don't, in this captivity, it sucks. You want to have more money, things of that nature, man. But, but until having more money, more responsibility, man.
At the end of the day, we really.
You might, hold on, brother. You might not, might not be ready for that responsibility, man. But certain brothers in that position because they can handle that, man. And they're
That's right.
more responsible.
That's right.
You know?
I got a precept for you. I mean, I got the definition of convenient.
Did you have something you want to bring out, bro?
Yeah, I mean, just like you know, saying convenient for you. I mean, I'm just chiming in on what that brother was saying. That stuff can be a snare and trap onto you, man. You know, as far as and money and things like that. But at the end of the day, we all don't have money. It's on in this captivity because I mean, really, all it is debt notes.
That's right.
You know, because you can look at LeBron James and all them. Them niggas ain't rich compared to Rothschilds and Rockefellers. Even that bitch Oprah, man.
Niggas slaves still, man.
You know, you still a slave to the white man. You still gotta follow the Esau's bullshit, man.
That's right.
You know, and pay homage to his ass. But you know, I have the definition of convenient. It says convenient, fitting in well with a person's needs, activities, and plans.
What a person needs, man. What your needs, man.
That's right.
What you need to have in that given moment of your life. You know? The Most High is going to give you everything that you need, man. Let's talk about that in Matthew 6th chapter, man. He going to provide for you, man. You can't be coveting what another brother has. And ultimately, what son I'm saying is right. It's not anything at all. So why you getting upset that this brother making a fictitious amount of money? It doesn't mean anything anyway in the long run. You know?
That's right. Because if brothers was really spiritual, who was in that mindset, they'll understand that the knowledge and understanding of His word, that's the true money. That's the real riches that you should be seeking. Not temporal riches on this side, man, because in Haggai chapter 1, it says we sow wages to put it in a bag with holes. So even a brother that's making a lot of money, man, as soon as it come in, it's going out. Because it's going to always be need within Israel. Taxes, loans, and debt, you know. All types of things, you know. So, and also if a brother that's known to have it, you know, the brothers that's down, you know, he gonna be expected in a lot of situations to help. And most guys, they wouldn't be ready for that responsibility, man. They will feel a certain way. So that's a good point that you brought that out, man. You know.
God, I got that precept still.
Just hold on to that. Get Romans chapter 12. Yeah, Romans 12. Start at 3. Like that other one.
You got something?
Kind of go ahead.
Romans 12, and starting at 3, verse 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as the power has dealt to every man the measure of faith.
Philippians chapter 2. That's right. So the scriptures say for every man not to think of himself highly as he ought to think, you know. Because the scriptures also say that wisdom puffeth up. Because a lot of guys just in Israel in general, you know, when the Most High bestow upon them a certain amount of knowledge and wisdom, they get puffed up and thinking that they got it by their own will. When really, it was the Spirit of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, through the elders that, you know, open your mind to receive this wisdom, you know. You didn't get it on your own. So ain't nothing to be proud, you know, on your own accord about, you know. And thinking just because you may have a certain strength over another brother that you're better than that brother. That's bullshit too.
Right.
You know? Because we're all members, we're all trying to obtain salvation. And the scriptures say that our righteousness is as a filthy rags. So none of us ain't really shit in the scheme of things in the Most High's eyes. We all striving with hope that the Most High, you know, through the power of His Son, Yahweh Shah, is going to show us mercy, you know, in these last days. So for a guy, just because he may, you know, be looked at a certain way by brothers, or he may do this better than another brother, to think of yourself in a certain way, that's being carnal, man. And the Most High said, blessed be the meek, for they shall inherit the kingdom of heaven, you know.
Go ahead.
For as,
Yeah, go ahead.
for as For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office, so we being many are one body in Mashiach, and every member is one of another.
That's right. So, every member, it just serves the body as a whole and allows it to flourish, on one accord. When every single member in its own capacity is working at its full potential strength, it helps the entire body as a whole, But I want to just, when we was going into how for a man shouldn't think himself highly than he ought to. We have examples through the scriptures, because in Romans 15 it says that things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. And one of our greatest examples, our Savior Yahweh Shai, he didn't have that type of spirit. Even though he the Son of the Most High, he didn't never exhibit that type of behavior before his disciples.
Wash the disciples' feet, man.
Exactly, that's a good point.
The Most High's only begotten Son washed the disciples' feet.
He washed his disciples' feet, man. A group of men that he was constantly having to rebuke, and at times they probably just annoyed him and got on his nerves. He put himself in a low position before them to be an example, of how all of us up to now times, how we should act towards each other within this brotherhood, Go ahead and get that.
So Philippians chapter 2, starting at verse 5. Let this mind be in you, which is also in Yahweh Shai, who being in the form of the Most High, thought not robbery to be equal with the Most High, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men.
That's right. It said made himself of no reputation. Because Jake, man, that goddamn demon will just jump on him. Jake wants some type of name and reputation among brothers, And I'm not speaking to no one in general, or well, maybe I am, The hit dog gonna holler, like the brother said, I'm just speaking to Israel as a whole, man. You gotta make yourself of no reputation, man. You just gotta settle into whatever the lot that the Most High has you in, man, and strive to exceed in that. Not boasting, not trying to get a name for yourself. Oh, that brother do this, do that. Well, if that's just a spirit of other men are building you up, let it be for the right reasons. Not because you just forcing the course of the spirit, though. But if you just sincerely just accepting the role that the Most High gave you, and you building yourself up and other brothers up along the way, then so be it if another brother acknowledge that,
Yeah, what about the love for the elect, man?
That's right.
You building your, you over here, building yourself up, boasting about yourself, man. What about the love for the brotherhood?
That's right.
Because most Yahweh Shai didn't exemplify that.
That's right.
He put himself second, man. We're supposed to be like Yahweh Shai, correct? So what are you supposed to be doing for your brothers, man?
That's right. And also in Corinthians it states, like we always gotta say, concerning brotherly love, there's no need that I write unto you. Because Paul, he knew from the countless examples how you should act towards brethren, if you truly brethren. Because like we was going into, I believe, Tuesday account, man, it seems like at times like Jay hate the brotherhood, man, and that's bullshit, That's supposed to be our only consolation on this side in this filthy ass kingdom, man. Being around brothers on the weekend or whenever we get together like tonight, man, that builds up my spirit. Because I've had a shitty week, man.
Yep.
But being around brothers, of like mind, knowing that we got that one common denominator, the Most High bestowed upon us is truth, and through hope, we all trying to, reach for salvation. That builds your spirit of being around men, when you see genuine love that a brother show towards you, And then, and sometimes it may not be all just glamour and glitz and smiles. A brother might have to curse your ass out.
Yep, out of love, though.
Out of love. But if you truly a brother, you're going to examine yourself like the scriptures say in, I believe it's 1 Corinthians 13, and you're going to take heed and you're going to get it right. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, that's why those other groups don't like us, man. Because we bring out the realness in the scriptures, man.
That's right.
We pieces of shit, and we trying to, because refining, you can't just say, oh, the Lord is refining me. It's a real thing that you have to deal with in your life, man.
That's right. yeah, this truth is reality, man. Contrary to popular belief or what you think may play out if guys out spectating, you know, brothers that's out doing the work, man. This truth is reality, man. The scriptures say that the Most High is gonna bring us through the fire to purify us, man. So within that purification process, it's a lot of impurities just getting purged out.
Right.
You know, and that's a very tedious and at times gruesome process, man.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 9. Wherefore the Most High also hath highly exalted him. Verse 8. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. Wherefore the Most High also hath highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name.
That's right. Because, you know, it was times where his disciples was trying to force his hand, you know. When they was in the Roman Empire, Yahweh Shai, that's who I'm speaking of, you know, our Savior. And he had the power to do it, but he made himself of no reputation. He made himself humble unto death, obedient unto death, because he understood the will of his Father.
It wasn't about him.
It wasn't about him. That's right. And that's what us brothers, we have to recognize, you know, like going into the topic, you know, recognizing your part within this body. It's not about you, man. It's not about you. It's about the elect, really. Because that's what I was thinking about the other day too, man. Really, I just want the elect to be sealed up, man. So that the Most High could bring us what he promised us, man. Lord willing. If me and these brothers around me, if we are those men that obtain that glory. You know, so it ain't about me, man. I'm just a small piece, you know, to a huge, larger puzzle, man. But at the same time, brothers gotta understand, even though you may feel that whatever role the Most High bestowed upon you is small, it could be very pivotal to the waking up of the elect, to the sealing up of the elect.
Yep.
Cause like, say you got a fucking puzzle that's 1,000 pieces, and like, you know, you lose 2 pieces, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna fuck the picture up, you know? Those 2, it could be 2 small pieces, but those 2 small pieces could be a pivotal part of the entire picture, you know? Go ahead. Is there more to that?
That's pretty much.
Yeah, you can go back to Romans 12. What verse were you on?
I was on 6. This is Romans 12 and 6. Having then gift differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophesied.
Hold on. It says, having gifts differing according to the grace. Because Jake a lot of times think whatever gifts that they got is just by their own magnificence. You know, you already know what I want. Yeah. So whatever spiritual gift that was bestowed upon you, man, that's through the grace of the Most High.
Yep. Because there's different types of gifts. When you read the scriptures, and because you can have a gift like a talent, which that's going into, but when you read back in Romans the 5th chapter, that gift that it's talking about is grace.
That's right.
Which is bestowed from the Most High. But it's said, but those gifts are set against each other, because you can have a gift which Esau can give you carnally.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when you read in Ecclesiastes 7, the gift destroyeth the heart.
That's right.
Okay, but then you can have gifts that the Most High bestowed on you in this truth as a help. Just like when Paul was talking about, if I give you spiritual things that should not receive carnal things.
That's right.
Well, those should be gifts for the work that he's done.
That's right.
Okay, which are material things or carnal things, but it's given righteously.
That's right.
So it's set against each other.
But that shows the balance of the Most High too, and that shows that the Most High is a complete balance within all things, man. And the scriptures just constantly exhibit or show definite examples of the Most High's balance, because there are gifts, but you have to identify which is a spiritual gift and which is a wicked gift.
Right.
Because like the brother was quoting Ecclesiastes 7 and 7, a gift can destroy the heart. You know? Because Jacob think just because he'll meet like a so-called fine bitch and she throw him some pussy, That's a gift from the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
When that could be a gift that could destroy your heart, it could destroy your whole damn life fucking with that slut.
Right.
So we say
Right.
a wicked woman is given to a wicked man, so you might even be wicked.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right. And on the other side of things is just like the brothers were going to, brothers concerned about rank and things like that. But if you ain't dealing spiritually, man, that position that the Most High can give you could be a curse unto you and have you kicked out because you was being wicked and carnal, man. You
That's
wasn't
right.
doing in the spiritual manner, which you in Romans 6, right?
No,
Romans 12.
Romans 12, it's like it. Romans
Verse
12,
6, yeah.
verse 6. Which that's going into, man.
That's right.
The gift while in grace.
But yeah, just going into how that gift is grace, man. Go ahead and get that real quick, brother.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is a gift of the Most High.
That's right. So, man, that grace, man, through faith, man, it's a gift from the Most High. It's nothing that we can do, you know, or nothing that we can't do, so to speak, that would affect the gift that's given from the Most High, you know. Because it's a gift. It's not of ourselves. Matter of fact, get Romans chapter 9. It's not of him that money. Yeah. Stay right there.
Okay, let's finish this one verse. Verse 9. Not of works, lest any man should boast.
That's right. Not of works, lest any man should boast. Because the Most High, he knew his people, man. Because Jake go to the store to get some wine, and he feel that he should receive accolades. Well, I did do this. So what? You know? Or in a bigger scheme of things, if Jake keeping certain laws, you know, they would try to boast. But that's why the Most High set it up to where it's of grace through faith, you know. It's not of works. Go ahead. Get that. Yeah.
It says Romans chapter 9, I start at verse 15. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy.
That's right. So it don't matter what you do, what you believe you're made of, or what type of intelligence or brain capacity you think you got. It's up to the Most High who's gonna get certain spiritual gifts, and ultimately, in these latter days, it's gonna be up to the Most High who's gonna obtain mercy and salvation.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
I got that definition of grace. I'm going to go to the second one. It says the free and unmerited favor of the Most High, as manifested in the salvation of sinners and the bestowal of blessing. The condition, a divine given talent or blessing. The condition or effect of being favored by someone.
That's right. It says a divine. What it said?
A divinely selected, given talent or blessing.
Divinely given talent or blessing. That means it ain't shit that you did. You hitting the weights or whatever you did. It's just something that came from the Most High. Simple and plain, man.
Right. I got a precept for you.
Is it more than the definition?
It's going to something else, but it can't be right. No, I don't know. Yeah,
Go ahead.
Romans chapter 5 verse 15. But not as the offense, so also is the free gift. For if through the offense of one many be dead, much more the grace of God, and the gift by grace, which is by one man, Yahweh Shai, who have abounded unto many.
That's right. That's a beautiful precept, man. You know, that the abundance of the grace that's being shown to many by one. Because all the grace that we are obtaining, man, as brothers in this truth, man, is through having faith in one being, Yahweh Shai, you know. Because it was talking about, you know, Adam, you know, that's how sin entered into the world, which that was the complete balance of the Most High, because we know that was Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation, you know. That's a beautiful point. Is there more to that?
Yeah, you can read down. In verse 16 it says, and not as it was by one that sinned, so is the gift. For the judgment was by one to condemnation, but the free gift is of many offenses unto justification. For if by one man's offense death reigned by one, much more they which received abundance of grace and of gift of righteousness shall reign in life by one, Yahushua.
That's right, man. So, man, we do not deserve the kingdom, really. When you just think about Israel as a nation, just going back into history and just throughout different captivities, all the wickedness that was going on from the time of Moses, from the time of Noah even. Shit, you know, up until now, man.
That's true.
Israel going off, even when it was, you had the sacrificial aspect of the law. Jacob abused that, ran that into the ground. You know, to where the Most High would even, I don't even want to deal with that, you know. Jacob premeditated sacrifices to commit wickedness that they already had in their heart, you know. So all those different offenses, man, you know, we're able to be redeemed and have grace by one sacrifice through one person, Yahushua. And that's a gift.
That's right.
Man, that's something, when you think about that, man, you should just be thankful, one, that you're an Israelite, you know, and just thankful also that the Most High gave you this word, and that through grace, through faith in Yahushua, that you have a chance at salvation, man. That's a beautiful gift, man. So whatever capacity the Most High has you set up in this body, man, you should really just be thankful, man, and praising the Most High that you even just a part of this thing, man.
That's right.
Precept.
Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 1 verse 6, because you say you need to praise the Lord for that. To the praise of the grace of his, to the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us acceptable in his beloved, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins according to the richness of his grace.
That's right. Because, was it in Hosea? The Most High disowned Israel, man. He turned his back on us, man. So really, Jake has to also understand this too, man. Like, cause through just out your childhood up to now, you know, going to church, you don't have just a direct line to the Most High, man. You can't come no other way but by Yahushua, man. He's our mediator.
That's right.
The Most High ain't even dealing with the nation of Israel right now. We gotta have that mediator, and we always gotta be mindful of that mediator, and we gotta be thankful for his sacrifice and understand that that's the only way that grace is coming, through faith in Yahushua. Because that's the order. I think in Corinthians it goes into the order. You know how, you know, the head of a woman is a man, the head of a man is Yahushua, and then you know, even Yahushua got a head, the Most High. So there's an order, you know, always at play.
I have a quick one for you.
Go ahead,
bro. This came right here. Ephesians 1 and 3. Blessed be the power and Father of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, who has blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Mashiach, according as he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blemish, a blame before him in love, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua Mashiach.
That's right.
To himself, according to the good pleasure of his will, to the praise of the glory of his grace.
That's right.
Wherein he has made us accepted in his love.
That's right.
In whom we have redemption through his blood.
That's right.
And forgiveness of sins according to the riches of his grace.
That's right. So we're justified, man, through Yahushua and his sacrifice through his blood only. That's the only way. And we always know, like the brother just read, that it was predestinated from the foundation of the earth who Yahushua's elect is going to be. Lord willing, we those men. But the only way that we're able to have forgiveness for all the wicked abominations that we've committed in the past and in past lives is through that blood.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then knowing that there's no way that you can be prideful in this thing.
That's
man.
right.
Because everything that you got came from Yahushua.
Everything.
You know? You know, and then moving back to what we were talking about previously, man. How you gonna be puffed up and knowing that the only begotten Son of the Most High, lay down his life for you, man. You gotta be willing to serve now, man. You know, you gotta be willing to serve, man, and understand your lot in this thing, man. Because it ain't all about you, man. Who you think you are in this thing, man. That's wicked.
Right, brother.
You know, Jay gotta get over themselves, man. And we've been seeing that lately. You know, you got cats that only been in here for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and just doing some outlandish things, man. Via the comic board, via these camps, you know. You puffed up, man. You know, you think you got this thing by yourself. You didn't get this thing by yourself, man. You need to humble yourself down if you are elect. Most High willing, you know, whoever's, you know, look at this, you will.
That's right,
You
bro.
can be somebody in our camp, but our camp ain't exempt. You know, humble yourself down, man. Ultimately, you have to be an elect. Or the Most High gonna have you in a position where you're basically an example of what not to be. In the truth,
Right.
man. You know?
Is there more to that?
There's more than going
Keep on, yeah, keep on.
Romans 12:6. Having then gift differing according to the grace that is given unto us. Whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith.
That's right. That meaning, like, when brothers go out and speak and prophesy, man, it needs to be according to the measure of faith that the Most High gave you, not another brother. Like, you may not be able to go into some of the weightier matters, like Elder Tahar or, you know, Amashabala or, you know, anybody like that or something, you know. You may just have to stick to the milk, so to speak, you know. But in doing that, if you just sticking to the milk with all your might that the Most High gave you, you could be waking up a brother that's part of the elect. Go ahead, brother.
I think,
Okay.
yeah, just read to all the way to 8.
Okay. Our ministry, let us wait on our ministering, on he that teach on teaching, on he that exalt on exhortation. He that give, let him do it with simplicity. He that rule with diligence. He that show mercy with cheerfulness. Let love be.
That's it. So it's just basically
That's right.
saying that all the different facets, whether you're a minister, you're expected to wait, to be a servant, because that's what the word minister means, servant. That don't mean you just speaking and just, you know, you just standing over the pulpit of Israel and you just being magnified and just having this big reputation, you know. I mean, so be it. You know, if you really a humble servant and you ministering to the congregation, if brothers, you know, exalt you, so be it. But that's from the Most High if that's the situation, though. But you can't force the course of the Spirit, you know, or whether, you know, you're exhorting, you know, building a brother up, you know, or like the brother said, or if you giving, or whether you ruling, it says let them rule with diligence, you know, not just being a tyrant, you know. Because a lot of the reason why the Most High may have not allowed certain brothers to have certain ranks, like to be able to like rebuke certain brothers, because the brother might be an asshole to brothers and may just act like a tyrant. Well, another may deal with equity and know how to, you know, judge different personalities and different spirits and still be able to rebuke, but at the same time build a brother back up.
Yep.
That's it on that. Somebody get Galatians chapter 6 and start at verse 3. It's only like 2 more I can read.
Galatians 6.
Yes, kind of start at verse 3.
Galatians 6 and 3. For if any man think himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceive himself.
That's right. So if any man think himself to be something, man, because we ain't shit, man. You know, we're trying to piggyback, so to speak, on Yahushua, man, because we understand that through grace and having faith in Yahushua, that's the only way we have hope of being saved, man. So who are you to think that you're somebody, man? Because the scriptures say if you're thinking that way, you're deceiving yourself, man. And we all know that the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked, man. So that's a carnal, that's a vain thought to think that you're something, man, in this truth, man. You got to constantly examine yourself and really just continue to always humble yourself, man. Because in doing that, that's how you're going to really purify your spirit, you know. Through being humble.
That's right.
Through being abased. Through being a servant, you know, to brothers. By putting other brothers ahead of yourself. And that's one of the hardest things to do. Honestly, for me, I know. Really just having to accept, man, you got to put another brother over yourself, man.
Yeah, you're not taught that, man.
Because you're not taught. You taught to just, I'm gonna get this, I'm all about getting mine and all that bullshit that America continues to propagate every day, man.
Capitalism.
Capitalism, yeah. Free enterprise, that whole stupid mindset. But in this truth, man, you gotta constantly be on the mindset of serving and esteeming another brother better than yourself, man.
Keep going, bro.
This is verse 4. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoice in himself alone and not in another.
That's right. So within just the body, you know, different parts, different brothers gotta prove their own work, you know. You know, basically working out your own salvation with fear and trembling, you know. Every brother's expected to pull their own weight. I can't piggyback off this brother. He can't piggyback off another brother. We all got to do our own work, man. We just can't be like, look at another brother's work and be like, oh, that brother's on point, and just think you're going to somehow coattail off that brother into the kingdom. No. No. We all, through the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, have different roles and functions, and we got to do our, every function has to do their own work, their own assignment.
Read on down to verse 6.
Okay. For every man shall bear his own burden.
That's right.
Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teach in all good things.
That's right, in all good things, man. In all good things, man, meaning spiritual things, man. Things that's going to build a brother's spirit up, you know. That's it on that. Let's see here. What was that scripture I called for? The one, Matthew. I think it's I got it real quick.
This is Proverbs 25 and 27. It is not good to eat much honey. So for man to search their own glory is not glory.
That's right. Because if you are to get any glory on this side, it should be from another man, you know, not your own self, not you bigging up your own self or your own works or what you feel that you do good. You know, if you being glorified, it should be from another brother. Like, oh, brother, you know, you on point with that.
Yeah,
you know,
man, nobody likes to be around a person. They always talk about what they
well,
got.
I do this, I do this. I gave the brother $20. He needed the gas to get home. Come on, man, that's bullshit.
Yeah, man.
Because what did Yahushua said about like alms, like he like that reward thee in secret and he reward thee openly or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm probably messing it up.
I know what you're talking about. It was talking about don't be like the Pharisees.
Yeah.
The Pharisees would go out and be like, hey, I just gave this guy this amount of money. You know, like, now when you go pray, man, go.
Yo,
You do it by yourself.
meaning also too, like if you help a brother, if you really sincerely trying to help the brother, you just gonna do it, man. You just gonna do it on the low. Just be like, here you go, brother. You know, I know you down or whatever.
Right.
And then the Most High see it. You know,
Yeah.
you're not a nigga, a person that's carnal minded. You know, he want it to be known before everybody what he did.
Jacob bring it up in a conversation.
Yeah.
Jacob bring it up in a conversation, man.
And that really that's just a niggerly spirit, man. To have.
Yeah. And I just gave you $20.
Yup. Yeah. What kind of shit is that? Go ahead, man.
So Galatians chapter 5, verse 25 and 26. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another, envying one another.
That's right. It's like vain glory. Vain, is gonna lead to nothing, absolutely nothing. Provoking one another too.
Yeah, man.
Because you can provoke another spirit to wrath, you know. by trying to boast yourself, trying to get some vainglory, man. And that can cause contention and strife within the brotherhood, just because you've been a nigga. That's it on that. Is it more on that?
No, that's not.
Matthew.
I guess we can still bring it out. It's kind of switching gears. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Matthew chapter 23, verse 11. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant, and whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased.
Yeah, that is the spirit. They say he that is greatest among you shall be a servant, man. So all these guys, man, want these roles, these positions, these ranks, man. The scriptures require you to be a servant if it's in the spirit for you to have that position, man. You're gonna have to serve. Or the Most High gonna weed your ass up out of that position. It's gonna be manifest if you are put in a certain position, if you was meant to be there or not. You know? Because if you do, if you are pulled up to certain rank, you're expected to serve, you know? And really be about what you're supposed to be about in that position. And if you're not that guy, it's gonna be manifest, man. And that could be the main reason that you could get cast out the congregation. Like we was going into earlier, you know, that could be your downfall, man. Seeking your own glory, you know. Like Batat, like that nigga Batat, man.
Yeah.
Look at this dude now. He bugged out because I thought, you know, I didn't really get into him like that, but the times I did watch him, especially like when he broke down Daniel 11, I was like, damn, that the Most High blessed that brother with some knowledge, you know.
Yeah.
But now that he been, you know, it been manifest what type of man he truly is, man. You see that he's cast out and he's bugged out of his mind, man.
Yep.
The Lord could take it from you.
And yeah, exactly.
That's really that fear, man. That's what you should have fear, man.
That's all I got, really, man. That's right, like the brother said, you know, because it is a gift, and a gift is something that's given. And on the same time, we recognize that the Most High's balance, it could be taken away on the flip side.
Yep.
So you all proud and thinking that whatever gifts that the Most High, through the power of the Yahushua bestowed upon you, is by your own accord. In a matter of a second, that gift can be taken away, man.
I got a prayer for you.
Go ahead, I'm
This is Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
That's
Write
right.
that up because, man, you think you got this by yourself, man. And you got that prideful spirit, man. The Most High will do away with you, man, quickly. And the worst way that to happen is getting exposed, man. People that you supposedly love, man. That's the worst thing that can happen to you, man. You puffing yourself up, and the Most High, you know, take that spirit from you, and you get exposed, man.
That's right.
You know.
Because the Most High, you know, like he's gonna do it. He's about drama. If you do get exposed, it's gonna be in a very dramatic
Yeah.
and just harsh fashion, man. You gonna feel like literally like dying, man. You know, if you get exposed for being like hella wicked, you know.
Yep. I mean, look at the examples that we had.
Exactly.
Bob.
Yep.
Well,
go ahead.
The most perfect example.
Say dog.
Well, no, Judas.
I'm kind of in scripture.
Judas.
Kind. That's right.
You know, he was trying to do too much for the forces, the Most High, the Lord's hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the Lord called him out on his wickedness,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "Better for you not to even been born."
And look what he did too. Yep.
He killed himself, man.
That's right. You couldn't even take the bare thought of just, you know, thinking about it, just living anymore, knowing what he did, and then just the dramatic fashion and how he was exposed before all the disciples, you know.
But guess what? Just like we went into on the streets, falling out of the truth is the same thing as killing yourself, man.
That's right.
Look at all the
You know?
people that fell out, man.
Because you can't come back in, man.
Yep.
That's right.
Can't see him.
In the world,
You
man.
destined to eat missiles.
That's right. And once you really once you come to this truth, man, you basically saying fuck this world. And at the same time, like Yatazak all of us say, they saying fuck you too. So to try to go back into the world, you're not gonna just slide back into that zone.
Right.
Yep.
The dog would
that
turn
used to
into
deal
his
with,
own vomit.
They gonna be demons and looking at you a certain way.
Yeah.
They might just end up putting you to death or just fucking over you in a certain way, you know?
You gonna have certain positive attributes that you got, and the truth that you gonna try to utilize random niggas, and it ain't gonna work, man.
It ain't gonna
you
work.
gonna be frustrated.
You
But
gonna-
that nigga Jeremy said that, man. He's like, man, we fall out, man. These niggas be doing this, niggas be doing that, man.
Yup.
He like, fuck, these niggas wicked, man. It's too late now,
You
man.
just in
fell
a
out.
fucking no-win situation, and ultimately that's just gonna lead you to just turn into a bug out. You might as well just fucking kill yourself, man. Or you,
Well,
you just gonna have
that
torment.
nigga asshole anyway, man.
He wasn't a part of the elect,
You was
right?
that same nigga, man. You never loved the brotherhood, anyways, man.
That's right.
You try to act all humble and shit, nigga. You wasn't never humble, man. You was a nigga.
I guess we can close out with this since
I got it.
Go
No, no.
ahead, bro.
1 John chapter 2 verse 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us.
Read that again.
1 John 2 and 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us.
That's
right.
Jeremy, man.
That's right.
Jeremy Davis, man.
That's right. Because the scriptures also say many are called, but few are chosen. So just because guys like come in the truth for a certain amount of time, that don't mean that they're part of the elect ultimately, man. Because that's what it's all about. We got to keep harping. It's about the elect, man. And I pray every day that I'm part of the elect, man. I don't want the labors that I'm doing to be in vain, man.
Yep.
I don't want this to be in vain, man.
That's right. That's why it says the scriptures are a two-edged sword, man.
That's right.
But we say, oh, look at that nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Look at yourself.
I don't want that to be me.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I don't want that to be me, man. I know this thing is the truth. I know this is the truth. You know, where can I go after this, man? And who am I gonna have? Man, the Most High blessed with a brotherhood, man. These are the best people I met my entire life. You know, who else can I confide into, man? I can't go back to my people. I don't talk to my family, man. This is my family right here.
That's right.
You know,
That's right,
this
bro.
everything I got, man. But even knowing that, man, you should treat this thing as if it's precious, man. Go ahead, bro.
Must needs read this.
Go ahead.
I got you, brother. Just real quick. 1 Peter 2, verse 16. As free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness.
That's right. Now using your liberty as a cloak of maliciousness, man. Out there just being an asshole, man, towards your brothers and counting your life as folly. You know?
But as the servants of God, honor all men.
Honor all men, man. Honor all men. I ain't talking about everybody. It's talking about the elect, man.
That's right.
Well, it says, love the brotherhood.
Love the brotherhood, man.
Clarified it, yup.
The brotherhood, man.
Fear God, honor the king.
That's right. And love ain't no lovey-dovey spirit where we all sing kumbaya and get drunk together and laugh and hug all day long. No, man. Love is an action word, man. And doing
right.
what you need to do in this truth, man. Being a good brother.
That's right.
Playing your position, man.
That's right, brother.
You know, staying in your lane, man.
That's right.
Not exalting yourself,
That's right, brother.
you know? I got
Daniel finish real
I'm
quick
sorry,
and then you got
sorry
it.
about that.
Because we almost out of time.
Yeah.
1 John 2 and 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us.
They will continue with us.
That's right.
But
Because, hold on. Because the scripture say in Revelations, he that endureth unto the end, he that entered to the end, you know, shall have power over the nations, man. Not came in for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It don't matter how many works you did, you know, how many sit downs you brought out within that period. But he that endured to the end, that's who gonna have power and righteousness over these heathens, you know, in the kingdom. Go ahead, bro.
Right, because the point that Michael I was making, how the word is a two-edged sword, just like with that nigga Jeremy, that two-edged sword was banging against his own flesh and against his own marrow, man. That's why he wasn't able to accept rebuke and chastisement and grow and get better, man. Even with all the counsels and shit like that, he was the same nigga afterwards, man.
That means he was never in this.
He was never in this thing, man.
That's right.
Spirit wasn't dealing with him.
The spirit wasn't dealing with him, just like it says in Hebrews.
He wasn't predestined from the foundation.
That's right.
That's right.
Crazy.
Like the Lord dealeth with his own son. You were a bastard, man.
That's right.
You were a real reject, man.
Hey, most high willing, we ain't gonna be one.
Lord willing.
Kind.
Shit.
But they went out that they might be manifest that they were not all of us.
Yep.
So it might be manifested
That's
that
a
we're not
beautiful
all
point.
of
That's self-explanatory, man. That you was basically never set up to be a part of the elect from the foundation of the earth anyway.
right.
It just had to play out, you know, in the flesh, you know.
In the dispensations of time, it was going to be shown
That's
to those men who were right that you wasn't right.
That's right, and it's an example for the brothers in the congregation. You like examine yourself, like, man, I hope I don't have
Yep.
some of the same wicked attributes as this dude.
Right. And to the brothers coming in when
That's
we
right.
talk about you.
That's right.
Like, who is that nigga? Jeremy.
Yep.
Well, I ain't trying to be like that nigga.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep. The most man.
That's
Most
a
High's
beautiful
cold, man. You better have that fear of the Most High in you, man. If you better be thankful that you even taste this bottle, man.
That's right, bro.
Mhm.
You got some nerve to be out there exalting yourself, man. Who do you think you are, man? We ain't nobody in this thing, man.
That's right, bro.
Most High kill us, man. Most High take us out, man. Have us out here looking like goddamn fools, man. You got another puff up yourself. You think you was somebody in this truth, man? You only been in this thing for 2 years, man. Who do you think you are, man? Ain't nobody in this thing, man. We don't deserve this thing, man. I have to think about it on the individualistic level, man. How the filthiness you did in your life, man.
Mm-hmm.
You get break down the scripture. You think you was somebody now like you did yourself, man. That's the more keep playing, man. The Most High gonna get you, man. The editor ain't saying that for a reason, man. These camps are gonna get smaller and smaller, man.
That's
If
right.
they don't put no fear on you. You know, I'm talking about godly fear, not cowardice. There's a difference.
You're raw, yeah.
You know, I have fear of the Most High. I ain't no coward because I know I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, Most High will, I'm gonna stay in this thing, but I have ultimately have fear of the Most High because He can let me get to a certain point and take me out of this thing, man. You know, this is Sirach 1:30. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor unto thy soul, and so the Most High discover thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Most High, but thy heart is full of deceit.
That's right. So that goes back to how we was talking about Tuesday, man. Trying to present yourself a certain way amongst men, amongst brothers, man. But if your heart truly got wickedness and deceit in it, the Most High sees those things and it's gonna be manifest, man. And it's gonna be to your destruction, man. And it could be to you getting cast out, like the brother just read, which would show that you were never in this thing in the first place. And then it would just be another examples for the brothers that's part of the elect, Lord willing, to see, to grow, to know what things not to do. But, you know, I just want to do a quick lesson, you know, just, you know, like I was saying, just on brothers understanding they lot in this truth and just striving for the masteries within the portion that the Most High gave you, not exalting yourself, you know, putting brothers first, putting ultimately Yahweh Shah first.
That's right.
You know, and with that, you know, I just want to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, double honors to the elders, and peace and blessings to you brothers that's part of the elect. And with that, I'm going to say shalom and man up.
Shalom.
Man up.